Donald, obviously there's major issues with the Scottish vaccination passport. What's the main problems?
The main problem is the vaccine passport, one that we didn't want it. We felt it was iniquitous, it was discriminatory, we still do. It's going to cost business, it creates market distortion. I mean, where do you want me to end here? I mean, it's not required, it doesn't stop spread of the vaccine. The vaccine doesn't stop spread of the infection. It's not required. We shouldn't have it in place. Why we are doing it and nobody else is beats me.
I mean, one of the things that I've seen, covering this story is the small number of people that have actually downloaded it. And these are the ones that can, never mind the ones that can't.
Well, according to Mr. Swinney, we have, 260,000 downloaded it. Come on. I mean, that is a small number. It's been beset with problems. The whole app has been a shambles. And you know what gets me about it? It does discriminate. It doesn't, tell you if you're from England or from abroad, you can't read it. You can't read their app. Why didn't we just use the same app, as England? Why did we spend £600,000 on a system that is apparently only going to be in for a short time, really? I mean, it doesn't work. It doesn't help. It doesn't make it, I don't see where the safety thing comes in. I just don't get it. Nobody can. Nobody with half a brain can figure this out. Why it is coming into place and being used as a vehicle to stop the spread of COVID, when quite clearly it doesn't.
I mean, that's the issue here, but also the other issue is trying to govern this in terms of nightclubs and night spots, and then also, look at football matches as well. Another issue for them.
Well, we can look at football matches, but I've not seen any real checks going on there. And I mean, it's terrible that it's been brought in for, again, football and music. It's going to really cripple certain parts of the business as people adapt to it. I mean, without a doubt, music and nightclubs, live gigs, I mean, it's going to create queues. It already has. I was speaking to somebody from Edinburgh the other night there, and an hour and a half to get folk in, to get them checked and make sure they've got it. And this is just a trial. People are just going to say, I'm not doing this. I'm just going to go to the pub next door. It's not needed. But what really gets me now, today, I hear that COP26 delegates, 30,000 of them, will not need to show proof of being double vaxxed. People make Glasgow, but it seems that the people that make Glasgow are getting ignored by their own government. That is terrible, that the delegates coming in across around the world, and we all want the COP26 to be a great success, they do not have to apply to the same standards as the people of Glasgow or the people of Scotland, and that is wrong.
That is wrong. If that is actually happening, that's horrendous, because obviously they should be treated exactly the same as everyone else.
Listen, everybody should be doing it or none at all. I cannot, for the life of me, see what the difference, how a vaccine is. Does it walk about with a watch? Oh, it's 12 o'clock. Oh, you're dancing. Oh, let's jump. It doesn't. Of course it does. It doesn't. There's no science backing this up. There's no data backing this up. And we've seen this before. We saw, the background music ban. Of course, the virus only spread when you had the music turned up. Absolutely ridiculous. I mean, where are they thinking this up? Where are they dreaming it up? And all they're doing, it's hemorrhaging businesses that are already really fragile. And especially the hospitality sector, and especially, when you look at music tourism, it's a massive thing here in Scotland. We punched well above our weight with bands and clubs and awards and accolades from around the world, and the talent pool that we have, and it's slicing right through that. People will say, no, I'm not going to bother. I'm going to watch a show in England. I'm going to dance down there. They're not getting hassled. We're having to bring in a system that if I felt for 1 minute that it stopped somebody catching the virus, I would bring it in. I'd be all for it. It doesn't. That's why we support more the lateral flow, the negative test, because it actually tells you, if you're being honest about it, whether you've got the virus or not. And if you've got the virus, you're not going to come out anyway. But this one is, this is slaughtering business. And the weekend there, I think, on a trial run, we were varying between 25% and 50% of those that had downloaded the app. You can't run a business in 50%. It doesn't work. And so is this an indirect way to close nightclubs, not help them? You know, I just think government have lost all thought and reason in this, and I think with the SNP government at the moment, they're just doing things for the sake of being seen to be doing them. But they're not helping business. If COVID recovery is the task set and the job of John Swinney, well, please try and help us recover. Work with us, not against us. Listen to what we say. Don't ignore it. Support us. Get us open, because all we're doing is keeping us shut. And slowly but surely, it's like drip feeding. It's like water torture, this. Little places will start dropping off, and then the bigger places will start falling as well.
How much of an impact has it had in your business?
At the moment, none, because it's not law. But we are testing it. But I think, well, that's maybe not true. I mean, on the Friday there, when it was all, you know, everybody's talking about it, there was a shortage of, we were down slightly. But whether that was weather related or not, we don't know. But the signs are there that when folk are only 25% of the crowd, or 50% got the app, the signs are definitely there that trouble lies ahead.